The Karth Dominion had perfected the art of conquest. Their strategy was brutal in its simplicity. Overwhelm planets not with fleets alone, but with engineered monstrosities bred for war. Towering creatures with armored hides, talons sharper than steel, and venom strong enough to melt battle tanks, war beasts. On countless worlds, the sight of their drop pods had ended resistance before it began. Civilians fled, armies broke, and even fortified cities collapsed under the rage of creatures designed to terrorize populations into submission. So when the Dominion turned its gaze toward Earth's colony on Calypso Prime, their admirals felt no hesitation. "Drop the war beasts," the commander hissed. "The humans will scatter like all the rest." And so they fell. Hundreds of pods screamed through the skies, shattering the forests and plains as their doors burst open. The beasts roared, massive shadows against the burning horizon. Their bellowing cries meant to echo fear into every human heart. Except, the humans didn't run. In the first village, the beasts charged through the streets, only to be met with gunfire. Farmers with hunting rifles stood shoulder to shoulder, firing with calm precision. Explosives detonated under the beasts' feet, rigged from mining charges and fuel drums. Where other species had collapsed in terror, the humans fought back with grim coordination. One beast broke through, towering above the defenders. Its maw opened, venom dripping, before a single human leapt from a rooftop with nothing but a steel spear. He drove it straight into the creature's eye. The villagers didn't scatter. They cheered. Reports reached the Dominion commander within hours. Casualties, resistance, improvised traps. He scoffed. "They cannot fight forever. The beasts are endless." But humanity had learned long ago how to fight predators. Earth itself had been their first war zone. Lions, wolves, bears, crocodiles. For millennia, humans had sharpened their cunning against creatures far stronger than themselves. And unlike the Dominion's prey, humans adapted. On Calypso Prime, the colonists turned their world into a death trap. Forests were set ablaze to herd the beasts into narrow canyons. Rivers were dammed and flooded at precise moments, drowning entire packs. Children carried slingshots loaded with incendiaries, distracting monsters long enough for sharpshooters to line up clean shots. In one mountain city, engineers lured 3 beasts onto a frozen lake. As their weight cracked the ice, the humans detonated charges beneath, plunging the monsters into the freezing depths. Everywhere the Dominion expected fear, they found ingenuity. Everywhere they expected collapse, they found defiance. The war beasts were not conquering the humans. The humans were hunting them. By the 3rd week, the Dominion fleet watched in disbelief as their supposed terror weapons were dragged through the streets of human settlements. Dead, chained, and mocked. Colonists posed beside the carcasses for photographs, laughing, as if the galaxy's most feared weapons were nothing but oversized trophies. Then came the most humiliating broadcast of all. Colonel Sarah Vance, commander of the Calypso Defense Force, transmitting directly onto Open Dominion channels. "To the Dominion," she said, standing proudly beside the slain carcass of a war beast twice her size. "Next time you think dropping monsters on a human world will break us, remember this. You're not the first predators we've faced, and you won't be the last." She planted a Terran flag into the beast's skull as her soldiers saluted. Across the galaxy, species who had cowered before the Dominion watched the footage with awe. The Empire's great terror had failed. Not only failed, but been turned into a spectacle. The myth of invincible war beasts died on Calypso Prime. The Karth commander, humiliated, pulled his fleets back from orbit. He realized the truth too late. The beasts were never humanity's nightmare. Humanity was theirs. And so, the story spread from colony to colony, world to world. The Dominion had dropped war beasts on a human planet. And it was the greatest mistake they had ever made.